Hello once again everyone, and welcome to Cruisnick's Sanctuary. I'm your host Cruisnick X. Alongside me, playing from her home, is Arya Stormborn. Yeah. But right now we don't have to worry about holidays. Let's worry about what today is. It's Patch Day! Yes, ladies and gentlemen, today marks the release of patch 5.4 Futures Rewritten, and that is what we're going to be covering in the storyline today. We're once again playing Final Fantasy XIV. Let's recap. In the last storyline episode, when we left off in patch 5.3 in Reflections in Crystal, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn had finally returned to the source. Many of them have already embraced their new gear, and there are a few limitations here and there, but the most notable change is that the Crystal Exarch, aka Grahatia, has now returned to the first. Has now returned to the source. It was a whole bunch of complicated ethereal bullshit that I do not really want to get into. But he is now a part of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. And and honestly, I'm hoping that I get to utilize him in the trust system during this storyline, so we'll see what happens. But we have a whole bunch of bullshit going down, not only in the source, but also in the first. There's still the matter of Eden to deal with. There's a whole bunch of bullshit going down in Comra back in the first, and not only that, we still have a war going on against Garlemald here in the source, so a lot to get through. Oh, and with Elidibus dead, we still can't get away from the Ascians. There's still plenty more of them to go around, and this latest incarnation has taken possession of the body of Asahi Sas Brutus. For those of you who don't remember him, he's the brother of Yotsuyu, the guy who Yotsuyu killed back in Stormblood. Y'all remember that? I was hoping we'd never have to see his face again, but unfortunately, God has a sick and twisted sense of humor. And by God, I mean Yoshi P. But anyways, with that being said, let's get on to this new quest line by speaking with Kryl and beginning the level 80 quest, Alisaie's Quest.
Oh, greetings, Chris. Come to look in on your friends. Rest assured, everyone is quite well. I've been keeping a close eye on them, and have satisfied myself that they are all in fine health. As a matter of fact, they're just about to convene in Dawn's Respite to discuss how best to use their pent-up energy. Let's join them, shall we?
Well, my friends, now that we have all settled back into our bodies, it is time we resumed our duties in earnest. Let us speak of our plans.
The planner.
Ever since the Emperor's death, it's been one unsettling rumor after another. I've a mind to pay a visit to Garlemald to ascertain the truth of the matter.
A prudent endeavor. 'Tis of the essence that we establish the full extent of the threat. Not least if it should prove that Xenos doth indeed orchestrate events from the shadows. In light of which possibility, I shall accompany thee on thy mission.
Whoa! Wait, hold up! Urianger is going out on the field now? Oh, where was this Urianger before?
Be assured that thou shalt find me more a help than a hindrance. Thou requirest another to imbue thine ammunition, dost thou not?
Oh, he kind of got you there, Thancred.
Assuming that's settled, there's something I've been meaning to look into as well.
The fact that you don't have a new outfit yet? Well, hello.
Everyone.
Well, hello, Lise.
Lise?
Haven't seen her since Stormblood. But then again, she doesn't have the echo,
You're
so...
fine now, right? No more headaches or keeling over? That's right. We're fighting fit and raring to go.
The famous Lise Hext, former scion and hero of the Alamegan resistance.
I don't think they did. I think it's just because you haven't heard it for a while that... I think it's just because you haven't heard it since Stormblood that... Oh yeah, Lise and Graha haven't...
Really? It's so easy to assume that all Archons are acquainted. But then I suppose your fields of expertise are rather different.
Grahat here, at your service. I have read much and more about your exploits, Commander. It is a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance.
Likewise. The others told me all about you.
Do not be so sure. Words scarcely do justice to the vital role he played in our victory in the first. A more dependable comrade one would be hard-pressed to find.
It's so...
Oh, right. I did glance at the report. But I'd be lying if I said I understood half of it.
So... So now we're telling her the whole story?
Well, that's a lot to take in. Just to be clear, this means we're not heading for another calamity, does it?
I know, right?
Shorn of their unsundered master's leadership, what Ascians remain shall struggle to see their plans to fruition. And though I would ever advise caution, I believe we may rest easy for a time.
No you can't, Urianger. Hate to break it to you, buddy.
I'll take that as a yes.
I'll take that as a no.
Even so, I don't know what to make of this business about Hydaelyn and Zodiac being primals.
A difficult truth to bear, yes. But at last we understand the nature of our adversary. And if there are no further calamities, neither will there be rejoinings, meaning Zodiac will never regain his full strength. Even so, as the oldest and mightiest of primals, he remains a force to be feared. Though his is a power born of the desire for salvation, we have seen the havoc it may wreak, and it falls to us to ensure that it is never again brought to bear upon this star.
But tell us, Lise, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit?
What do you mean? Isn't seeing my long-lost comrades reason enough? Alright, there was one other matter.
And here we go.
I have a message from the Alliance. And before you ask, yes, it's about the Empire.
Ah, here we go. Now we get to the crux of the matter. Spill it. Spill it, Blondie.
So, After Emperor Varys' assassination, it seems his cousin Nerva made a bid for the throne.
Uh-huh.
The trouble is, he wasn't the only one with designs on it, and it didn't take long for a civil war to break out. And it's not just in the provinces. Early reports say huge swathes of the imperial capital have been reduced to rubble. The Alliance will soon convene in Alamigo to decide on a course of action, and we were hoping you'd come along.
Uh-huh.
Well, as it happens, Urianger and I were just this moment planning a little trip to Garlemald. And we should be grateful for any advice the Alliance can provide on how best to make the most of our visit.
To Alamigo, then. Why don't you go on without me? There's something I need to look into.
Huh?
Oh, forgive me. You were just telling us. What is it, if I may ask? I want to find a way to cure the Tempered.
Oh, she's back on this.
Of course. You think it may be possible to adapt the treatment you use to help those corrupted by the Sin Eaters?
I'm sorry, a cure for tempering? But that would change everything. Alisaie, consider yourself uninvited. Go and find us this cure.
I'll do my best. I was hoping you might join me. Don't worry if not, though. I won't hold it against you if you'd rather attend a stuffy meeting.
I would rather... What meeting? Lead on.
I knew you'd say yes.
I'll come too. If you don't mind, that is.
Well.
Mind? I'm sure they would be glad of your company. Pray, enjoy your time together with your hero.
No. That's not...
Y'shtola is such a shit starter! Y'shtola is just such a shit starter now that she's become blind.
We shall be on our way then.
She's like the Mikote version of Toph. I'm not even kidding about that. Like, seriously, does she not remind you of Toph with just, like, a little more calmness? Oh, come on! You cannot tell me that when Y'shtola totally annihilated Magni, that wasn't just the most savage thing you'd ever seen. Oh, come on, the guy was just looking for love. Albeit in all the wrong places, yes, but... I mean, that was brutality. That was just murdering the man. Anyway, let's speak with Alisaie. When I set out to save Halric, I think Gabu was always at the back of my mind. And having proved that the light corrupted are not lost, I am convinced that the same must be true of the Tempered. Similar to those corrupted by the Sin Eaters, the ether of Gabu's soul has been rendered stagnant. And though the root cause is different, perhaps the solution is the same. It is by no means an unreasonable hypothesis, Alisaie, and it warrants full investigation. If there's even a chance we can save Gabu, we have to try. But however much I'd like to race over to Limsa and set to work, there's no room for recklessness. Not when a child's life is at stake. As I'm sure Beck-Lug would remind us, we still know little and less about the soul.
Any number of things could go wrong if we don't exercise due caution. And so, before attempting anything, we should learn all we possibly can about tempering. There's just one problem. Research into the condition has long since ground to a halt, and the combined work of the many scholars involved doesn't exactly amount to a wealth of knowledge.
Not of the modern scholars, perhaps, but what of their ancient counterparts? I know the Alagans took a more than passing interest in the subject. And if what we seek is to be found anywhere, it would surely be at the Etherochemical Research Facility.
Where they experimented on primals and their worshippers, yes? Good thinking. I've never actually been there myself, but I did read the reports on Alisaie, which means we'll be needing an airship. An airship, you say? Meet me at the northern bank of Lake Silvertear. I've got a little surprise for you. Oh, and come prepared to travel.
What? Oh dear. Arya? I'm scared. She just called herself tiny. We've all heard it. I like your tininess. I'm waiting at the... Ooh, what is that? Hello. What is... Oh, that's the Alexandrian Code of Casting. Alright, I'm putting up the car. I'm starting up the car. I'm outside the bar. Do do do, do 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 do. What? What? Are you seeing the wind up? Yeah. Very Claire Dune. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, that's a chocobo. They colored their chocobo blue and put on the Titania barding. Yep. Now then. Yep. Alright. Get in. We're going to wreck shit up. Not necessarily. Well, hello. This is a new airship. Tataru, what have you been doing in our absence? I'm scared. I mean, it's an interesting design, all things considered.
I give you the Bonanza, the Scion's very own airship. I built her as a company project with help from our friends at the Rising Stones, and named her for luck and prosperity. Tataru, this is amazing! We'll be able to fly just about anywhere we want! Our garments were impressive enough, but to build an entire airship... I see the annals did not exaggerate the many talents of Scion's fabled coin keeper. I'd also introduce myself as your pilot, except the training didn't go quite as well as I hoped. But that's alright, because we've hired this capable fellow here instead. The Bonanza is equipped with a full complement of mana cutters. By the way, feel free to use them to get around Azisla. But enough talk, it's time to fly! All aboard? See, I think Tataru's good at counting coin, but not so much in other ventures. She has a wicked run of bad luck. Well, that too. She's good at weaving, and she's good at cooking Archon loaf. Oh, wait. Alisaie's right here. Okay. Honestly, Sid would be jealous of the way that airship flies. Tataru has outdone herself. Anyway, here we are on Azisla, and Alphino's report did not do the scale of this place justice. Alright, we'll be back with the next episode in just a moment. That's it. Until then, that's it for this episode of Cruising Sanctuary. Thank you to Arya Stormborn for joining us. And thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the show. As always, if you're watching this on Twitch or live from PlayStation and you like this show, click the follow button, turn on notifications so you're well informed, and if you're feeling generous, throw some bits my way or subscribe for access to exclusive videos and live streams. If you're watching this on YouTube and you like this video, click the like button below and leave a comment. Subscribe to my channel by clicking here and click the bell icon for notifications. Click here to watch more by me, click here to watch the next episode, and click here to watch the previous one.